Thank you for joining me. The Introit for Sunday, December 27th, the first Sunday after Christmas, is from Isaiah 52 and Psalm 98. The Lord has bared his holy arm before the eyes of all the nations, and all the ends of the earth shall see the salvation of our God. O sing to the Lord a new song, for he has done marvelous things. His right hand and his holy arm have worked salvation for him. The Lord has made known his salvation. He has revealed his righteousness in the sight of the nations. He has remembered his steadfast love and faithfulness to the house of Israel. All the ends of the earth have seen the salvation of our God. Make a joyful noise to the Lord, all the earth. Break forth into joyous song and sing praises. The Christmas story and the events that we celebrate at Christmas are familiar to us. We go back to the stable once again. We hear the words of the angel to Mary. We see the journey to Bethlehem. We see the angels in the sky proclaiming God's greatness. We see the shepherds who go about the town sharing what they have seen and heard. Christmas is a comfortable and familiar time for us, and it is wonderful that it is. But Christmas is also a different kind of time. It's a time that is full of power and strength. One of the images that is made very clear in the Introit is the image of an arm. Both Isaiah and the psalmist use the image of an arm. The arm is a significant image in the Old Testament. The arm was a symbol of strength and security. It is the arm that can provide protection. A strong arm is capable of much. Both Isaiah and the psalmist attribute the action of God to an act of strength. Isaiah says the Lord has bared his holy arm before the eyes of all the nations. God shows his strength to the people. He shows just how much power he has, and it is clearly seen. But how does he do this? With a baby. God does this and continues to do this. God uses the things that society might ignore or devalue in order to bring about his promises. Throughout the Old Testament, God uses people who did not contribute much to society in order to bring about great things. God used barren women in order to bring about and continue his promises. Barren women were not seen as valuable in many societies. In a time when strength and protection directly came from population, no one would look for deliverance from a barren woman. But God used and blessed those who the world thought had little use. And now we see the manger. We see God's display of power placed in a child. In many ways, the last place anyone would look. And even though this may not be identified as a display of power, that's not the way the creation took it. This was a significant event. The angels clearly took it as a significant event and acted appropriately. But the most important part of Christmas is not that God displayed his power to make a show of it, but that it actually means something. We are reminded in the intro that God did this for a reason, and the reason was so that all people would see the salvation of God. That is the significant part of Christmas. Christmas is not the time when we just focus on the good things in life, the things that bring us joy and happiness. Christmas is the time when God displayed his power to the world. And that display brings about the salvation of all people. God is faithful to his promises. God is faithful to the promises that he gives. When he promises salvation, forgiveness, and restoration, we know that he will give it. And we clearly see his power with the gift of Christmas. Thank you for joining me.